Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Dr. I.L. Baucom is improving and may be able to undergo surgery next week. Following a severe heart attack earlier this month, Dr. Baucom remains in Baylor Scott and White Medical Center in Plano. Cumbie police initiated a traffic stop around noon Tuesday when a 2004 GMC Yukon was speeding along Interstate 30. Odor of a narcotic caused the officer to deploy his canine partner, who alerted, causing a probable search of the vehicle. In the vehicle was found approximately 3.5 ounces of marijuana and what was believed to be 10 grams of crack cocaine. Also, $2,581 was found in the front pocket and wallet of Calvin Lynn Johnson, age 57, of Dallas. After being read his Miranda, Johnson refused to answer questions and was transported to Hopkins County Jail. At bookend, additional money and a money order were found in his wallet. Following two separate purchases in which a quantity of methamphetamine was sold, the Special Crimes Unit arrested William Ray Cadle, age 36, of Sulphur Springs. The arrest follows an investigation over a period of time in which purchases of more than 1 gram but less than 4 grams of methamphetamine were made. He was arrested in August of this year and arrested on other drug-related charges dating back to 2007. He's in Hopkins County Jail, charged with 2 counts of manufactured delivery controlled substance more than 1 gram but less than 4 grams. Superintendent of Schools Michael Lamb said that there's solid performance points and areas of work noted in the accountability rating received from the Texas Education Agency. Lamb told KSST News Wednesday morning that the 2017 accountability summary reflected outstanding scores for Douglas Intermediate School and Sulphur Springs High School. The middle school and the elementary school, grades 3 through 4, were lower but did meet standards. Lamb said that the stronger scores in the upper grades are encouraging. He stated that the ultimate goal is for those in high school to perform at a high standard, reflecting a strong educational system. He noted that the 60% of students in Sulphur Springs schools falling into the low socioeconomic level has a great effect on the scores in the lower grades. However, he showed that the testing reveals that as students progress through the system, their scores also rise. Lamb said he likes the fact that improvements are made over time as students go to higher grades. For the high school, the students scored well in 6 out of 7 scoring factors for distinction. The only area that missed distinction, and it missed by only 3% points, was student progress. The middle school scored in the top middle of the comparable 40 schools. The students scored strong in math and in reading. The school is concentrated in math rather than science in the past few years. For Douglas Intermediate School, students performed at an outstanding level, according to Lamb. The school scored 5 of 6 stars. The math star was the only one missed, and it was missed by less than 2%. In student achievement, Douglas schools scored first among the 40 schools with which the district is compared. They were second in student progress and post-secondary readiness and 6th in closing performance gaps. Lamb called it a phenomenal year for Douglas School. He said what happened in Douglas did not happen in just 1 year. He credited the work performed in the elementary level that assisted in the success. Lamb stated that for students in the lower socioeconomic level, change is often hard, and that has affected those on the elementary level. Sulphur Springs Independent School District is one of 2 schools in the 40 used for comparison where students move from one campus to another at 3rd grade. He also noted that for some of those students, parents' work hours affect how much time is spent in assisting the students in learning to read and in other studies. For Lamb, the most positive achievement for the local district is that the district is working hard and doing well. He pointed to the scores on college entrance tests and involvement in career and technology education as an indicator of the district's success. He stated that high scores in algebra, called a gatekeeper course, and in biology point to the progress of the district. Testing is sometimes deceiving, according to Lamb. He said high scores may disappoint when other schools score as high or higher, and low scores deceive, as is noted when other schools in the comparison group are scoring lower than your school. Overall, Lamb is pleased with the accountability rating given to Sulphur Springs schools.
You're invited to spend the day in Sulphur Springs this Saturday, September 16th at the Brick Street Vintage Market. It is a first-time, one-of-a-kind event. Let's find out more from Judy Heilman, who's president of the Downtown Business Alliance.
Of course, we're all about doing events and planning things that will make our downtown prosperous and be a place where people will want to come and spend the day and enjoy all of our restaurants and all of our boutiques. We have so many things to our history for downtown, our Veterans Memorial Park. We have so much to offer visitors and local people to have a day and enjoy I call it our little big town. It's grown so much, and it's a joy to have a business downtown.
Well, DBA is stepping out in an idea, I think it was your idea, called Brick Street Vintage Market, coming up Saturday. And we have something here that's visual. If you'll just set that right up here, we'll let that be displayed right there. This is a market bag that anybody can get on Saturday for the Brick Street Vintage Market, designed by someone here in town.
That's correct. Mike Elliott, an artisan from Sulphur Springs, and he was born and raised here. I actually went to school with him all the years that we were in school together, and he absolutely made our logo dream come true. He definitely, this is an original design, and he's so talented, and I just want everybody to know that his talents, and if they come a Saturday, they can purchase these for $5.
And the first 100?
And the first 100 are early shoppers from 8 to 10 will get one free.
Okay.
And they will be full of all kinds of goodies, coupons, and things that can be used in the downtown area.
We're going to put this right over here and continue looking at it. But Brick Street Vintage Market is its very first one this Saturday, the 16th, from 8 a.m. until
6 o'clock.
Okay. And you've got 47 different vendors.
As of yesterday, I have 47. Our goal was 50. And so we're looking to maybe have 2 or 3 to come in today and month those spots. But it is an array of all kinds of local artists, arts and crafts, just a lot of talent is in this area. And I think you're going to see a lot of fun things, and I hope that everyone comes out and shops and drops.
We want them to shop on Conley and Main at the Vintage Market. No telling what you will see as you go from vendor to vendor, all kinds of things that are older, sort of relic in nature. It's not a garage sale.
No, it is not a garage sale. These people, it's vintage related items, furniture building, furniture that's been built that needs painting, a lot of antiques, vintage jewelry, just an array of, like I said, I think we have got a really good selection of things to for the public to look at, enjoy, and shop.
And buy and take home with you. Now, all of us like to go to Canton, and we like to go to flea markets and things like that. So it'll have sort of that flavor to it. The weather is going to be perfect.
It's perfect.
You're going to see people that you know, and new people come into town just for this, and of course, the same weekend, the quilt show.
Correct.
Bringing people here.
Yes, the quilt show, we kind of united. We call them our sister event over there, and they have been so good to work with, and we've tried to advertise together and work with each other to combine these two events. So we both know that through coming together as a quilt show and a vintage market, that it's going to be such a success to all.
Well, Gourmet Kitchen and Company will have a booth, or maybe just you as an individual will have a booth. I think Dana has a booth.
Right. A lot of our our business people have a booth other than their stores. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see a lot of fun things going on, redoing demonstrations, redoing furniture, painting furniture, and Marcia Taylor, who owns Secret Gardens. She's well known through Southern Living with her embroidering, and she will be demonstrating that. She'll have her store open, and I'd like for everyone to go by there and see her work. It's just beautiful, and so we're going to have some good things going on.
Well, in the categories of vintage antique, repurposed, and handmade items, even some that are more in the gardening line, it's a vintage style market experience, and it is something called juried, so just you're sort of selective.
Right. We had people to send in the pictures of their things that they would have in their booths, and so that we would know kind of what would be coming in. And really, of all the 47, there was not anything that was sent in that I didn't think qualified for this, because it was just everything I thought that everybody sent me was just great. You know, we're going to have handmade material items such as quilts, children's clothes, ladies' clothes, and handmade crosses. A really sweet guy out of Cumbie is coming in, and he hand makes crosses and just does a beautiful job. So I can't wait to see all this come together.
Okay, no two vendors alike. And so it will go, if we could just sort of draw a mental picture, Conley Street, the first block of Conley Street, and then
you're going to turn down to the right, and there's going to be 2 rows of vendors, and that is Gilmer,
so
which is right off from your Celebration Plaza.
Like west side of the square.
And then it'll also run down Jefferson right in front of Alliance Bank.
Okay.
And it's we've got it so that everybody will kind of center around an area in the middle of the square, and there in the middle we'll have the selling of T-shirts, our bags, and also raffle tickets.
Okay.
We're going to have some nice prizes to give away, and so there'll be 2 places there to buy these raffle tickets.
And the ticket that you will buy for $10, and we'll just be very brief about this, will qualify you to
win first, second, and third.
And these are nice big prize packages.
The first prize will be our $500 shopping spree, and that includes a 1-night stay at our new bed and breakfast, the Oaks, plus gift cards, and also dinner for 2 at Redneck Steak Bar and Grill.
Okay. And a quilt from Dana's, I think.
And then there will be a quilt from Dana's that is a vintage style postage stamp quilt. And so that's going to be a really fun prize for someone to win.
And the second prize is?
The second prize is it's an old cabinet that's been redone, and it's going to have a gift card from Gourmet Kitchen and Company for $25. And we'll have all these on display. And our third prize is a reproduction old bicycle. It's a new one, but it's a reproduction, and it's bright yellow, and it is just beautiful. We have a old picnic basket, vintage-style picnic basket, full of all kinds of goodies that will be also won along with the bicycle. So these will be on display right in the middle of our, kind of right in the middle there.
Near the square?
Near the square,
Okay. There'll be more vendor booths just in front of where Gilmer and Main come together, and then down Main Street.
Right,
Okay. So a big, sort of a horseshoe shape.
Yes, kind of horseshoe shaped, and easy for walking distance and everything. And then, of course, we want everybody to walk on down to the Rock where the quilt show is being held. We're really excited about it, and they're giving away a beautiful quilt also in a raffle ticket. So we just want when everybody comes and spends the day I want them when they leave, I want them to say, we'll be back here.
Come back to Sulphur Springs.
Come back to Sulphur Springs.
And you never know what's going to be going on here, because this is a brand new event, first ever of its kind, the Brick Street Vintage Market. And the bicycle that you were mentioning, which is the third part of that prize package, will look something like the artwork on our bag, that you need to pick one of those up too. So if you're one of the first 100 guests, you get the free bag with goodies in it.
And that can only be picked up down at our new roasting coffee company, and the name of that is Roosters Coffee Bar and Art, and it's 220 Conley Street.
Okay.
They are going to be our information center.
Okay.
And so please take the time to go down there, get your free bag, and look at the new roasting company there. They are doing an excellent job, and that is owned by Mike and Pam Elliott.
It's a darling little place. Well, now, walking up into Brick Street Vintage Market and beginning to shop at vendors is free. You can just walk up, but you need that ticket, and it's got a number on it, and you're going to need that number as you go through your day downtown. So get your T-shirt.
That's right.
It has this logo on it.
It's a fashionable style T-shirt. Marlena has done a really good job with them, and it'll be something that you can wear through the fall and the winter, and also maybe make that a part of your wardrobe to wear, and to wear some pretty plaid shirts over.
Yeah, and advertise downtown Sulphur Springs everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go.
Do you know that there are 17 restaurants and specialty food stores within a half-block walking distance in Sulphur Springs? There's a winery, galleries, antiques, fashion boutiques, the popcorn shop, the gourmet kitchen shop, and much more, and then all that there is to see on the square. So we who live here, we know about our wonderful downtown, but please come down and enjoy it. Saturday's going to be a beautiful day.
It's going to be beautiful, and we are not taking, I would like to note on this that we do not have any food vendors to come in, because we wanted to give all our restaurants, bars and grill, the business and the privilege of serving all the people that are going to come in to Sulphur Springs. And so come hungry, and we'll have plenty to offer.
I think Plain and Fancy is opening up early too.
Plain and Fancy will be part of our information area also, and she will be open early too. And of course we have a lot of our people at restaurants and are going to have some breakfast specials, and so come and get out early and start early, and because I think it'll be a day you will have a great day. It might be a long day, and so bring your trailers and your trucks so you can load up all these goodies that you're going to purchase.
Here's Don Julian with sports.
The Wildcats football team is 2-0 for the first time since 2009. The Wildcats offense and defense really get along well with each other. And Paris is coming to town Friday for the Wildcats homecoming game at the renovated Gerald Prim Stadium. Those are all things that Wildcats football coach Greg Owens talked about at his gathering with media members Wednesday morning.
I mean, it was, again, a great defensive week, so I think the defensive coaches, players' heads are swelled up, so the coaches are making sure they're getting them back leveled down. So, but it was a great performance by our defense, and really, really good. But there's still a lot of stuff and a lot of fundamentals we're having to work on to make sure we're correct and doing that. But our kids' effort overall, especially just the perseverance of the last week, just to keep fighting, keep playing, keep believing in one side, believing in both the other side, and just keep picking each other up, and defense making play after play was really good until offense was able to figure out some stuff and get it going. And that might be the best defense our offense goes against maybe this year. I mean, those guys are big and athletic and super fast. Offensively they were a little sloppy, but defensively they made them pay for some of their sloppiness, and our effort was just outstanding. And they made a big play I'm trying to remember maybe if we gave up another big play. I don't think we really gave up another big play, just beside the one that the kiddo really made. So I was proud of our kiddos and how they played and performed. And it is having an effect on the week. I mean, there's some confidence. They're gaining some confidence, and we know some major problem areas, and so we're able to attack those and attack them pretty hard during practice this week.
It's kind of natural on a team sometime where offense and defense kind of get in an adversarial position, especially when one pulls the weight and the other one has struggles. But it seemed like a really, really good team where they really support each other, and as we've talked before, they feed off each other on success.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, and you do that. Coaches do that. You kind of pit offense against defense. Coach Abrams trying to create a unit with the defensive guys, and they've got a moxie about them and an attitude about them. And the offense is doing the same thing. Coach Young and his staff are doing the same thing, trying to create that. Now, our job's to come together. What's unique about it, really, with this group is there's 27 seniors, and those guys all are best friends. I mean, it's a great locker room with those guys. I mean, they really like each other, enjoy, and some of those guys are playing the other side of the ball too. So when you have a little crossover, Deidrick Dugan, I mean, the leadership of him, him playing both sides there some, and Calvin Eckert, and those guys are in it. I mean, and they're big time playmakers for us on the other side. So those things all help when the guys really like each other and they create that, and so and everybody understands our goal. And there's a maturity level in that experience too, and we're seeing that now from these guys. Majority of these seniors being on the varsity since sophomores. So I mean, it's a big deal. So I think all that plays a part in it. And again, they like each other, and like they always say too, sometimes winning solves a lot of problems.
Athletes, here we come again with Paris, always known for great athletes over there.
Yeah, I mean, they've got them defensively. We'll see some multiple fronts from them. They'll move around, extremely athletic, can run. They're extremely long. We had them down, I think last year down 13, and we couldn't convert a couple first downs, and here they come roaring back, and they go up and get some jump balls on you and do those things. Offensively, again, they've got some weapons and a quarterback that can run around, and he's an athletic young man, and he can go, and they've got two huge bookend tackles, that are getting a lot of looks from colleges. So they've got the talent level there. It's just them getting it all together and going too. So, they ran into a buzzsaw last week in Pleasant Grove, which is a really good football team, though. I mean, Pleasant Grove got all over Marshall in the scrimmage, and so Pleasant Grove's a good ball. So they're playing good people. They're lining up and doing those things. So it'll be a typical Sulphur Springs Parish night, back and forth, I'm sure, and may come down to the end. So it's not arrogance and saying we're not worried about them as much. We're still trying to fix some of our issues and us be more consistent in what we're doing. And so we're just trying to get better at doing those kind of things. That's one of the key points is trying to get some more aggression on our offensive line and those guys getting after it. And again, I think I told you this on Saturday. It's easy to throw darts at O-line, but they got a lot of stuff coming at them and a lot of things, and they've had some really good athletes come at them too with some speed. So So we'll just see where we go. There's a big, thick nose guard we're concerned with this week, so making sure we get him contained and some athletic ends also. So little bit of what they just saw, maybe not quite on that level, but it's still going to be a very good level that they're playing at.
The Lady Cats volleyball team lost their district opener on the road at Texas High Tuesday night. The hard-fought and even match came down to a fifth set. We learned more from Lady Cats coach Justin Manus.
Oh, it was unbelievable. It was just back and forth. We took a set, they took a set, we took a set, they took a set, and went down to the fifth set. Just a lot of really good things happened. Two different strategies from two different teams. We came in and we were looking to hit open spots and things like that, and Texas High came out with the aggressive side of it. So it kind of matched up well. We had to change it towards the end to be more aggressive, just to not play safe. But it came down to the wire. We were up 12-9 in the fifth set, and we came out of a timeout and missed a serve and just kind of lost the momentum, and they ended up beating us 15-12. But it could have gone either way. Texas High is a good team this year. They really are. They've really stepped up their game, and they made some really big plays when they needed it. We would hit the ball hard, but they would just find a way to get that ball up and come back at us. And their big lefty really had a good night last night. So it's going to be interesting to have them back here at Sulphur Springs later on in district.
Anybody really stand out and impress you last night?
Both our middles had 12 kills apiece, I believe. Mika and Autumn, they did a really good job. Defensively, we made some really good plays. Everybody contributed in a way, but our middles really stood out.
Okay. As you, in your comments after the game last night, you really kind of indicated you can't let this one linger. You've got to keep moving on, because here comes Hallsville.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It was a tough loss. It was tough to lose last night, and it takes you an hour or two just to kind of get your senses back about you. But then you realize, hey, we got Hallsville coming up Friday, so we have to get prepared for that. And Hallsville's a good team as well. And I told the girls, if it comes down to us and Texas High, we have Texas High here. We just need to take care of business in fewer sets than 5. That's what we have to do.
It's a little earlier, be 4 o'clock game. It's been changed on homecoming night.
Yeah, that is correct. We have 5 in the homecoming court, so we want to give our ladies plenty of time to be able to play the match and focus on it, and then be able to leave after and go prepare for the homecoming activities.
That is a distraction for them, but you feel like that they, kind of know what's at stake here and everything.
No, I really do. I think they understand what's at stake. They know it's Hallsville. They know they have to play. We're 0-1 already. We definitely want to win the ones that we need to win at home, and then sneak a few on the road, so they know that Hallsville is important, that we need to play ball first.
The Wildcats team tennis squad evened their district record at 1-1 with a 14-5 win at home against Marshall Tuesday afternoon. The Mavs forfeited 6 matches due to a lack of players. Wildcats tennis coach Tony Martinez gives us more info.
Well, we had one girl, we gave her like the Wildcat ball, and that would be Katie Beth Hurd. She won her first varsity match as a freshman, and she'd lost the first set 6-0, but she came back to win the second set 6-0, and then she ended up winning the tiebreaker 10-7. So we're very pleased. We discussed this in our team meeting before we played yesterday, was just to go out there and have fun and compete and make sure you hit the ball over the net and let our opponents make the mistakes of hitting the ball in the net or hitting the ball out, and there would be positive results. And she saw that, and the rest of the team saw that too yesterday.
Also, Jasmine Cruz picked up another win in singles.
Yes, she did 6-1, 6-0 yesterday. She did very well. She kind of like cruising, what we call her now, cruising the wins, and she's playing, she has a little injury on her heel, but she's doing a real good job and improving still week to week.
A strong performance from all your guys that got to play, and they came through all with wins.
Still, our captain, Alex Benitez, was able to, lead the, both singles and doubles, and therefore everybody, is following his lead. Jonah Kirkpatrick also going through his doubles, and he won. And then we had a young man in our sophomore division, Aaron Lucas, step in. It was just kind of a last minute putting a mixed doubles team together. It could end up being my mixed doubles team for the rest of the season, because they really did play well together. And and that's what you're looking for, is a combination of who supports each other. And Heather Harris, they really looked strong, but they worked well. Even when they lost the points, they still picked each other up, and that's what you're looking for. You usually get some girls or guys where they just don't want to play with each other, and these two looked like they really meshed well yesterday.
Okay, tell us about the boys' doubles again.
Oh, well, I put another one. It would be Chase Crouch and Logan Schumacher. And I only put Logan. He's still worthy of being in any position on there, but it was his birthday yesterday too. But I had 3 birthdays yesterday, so it was a great win. But also with the birthdays of Aaron Lucas and Zoe Wilson, and with Aaron Schumacher. So it was really a good day for tennis yesterday for the Wildcat tennis.
Kind of unfortunate with the Marshall program. They really are. You talked to us last week about how they just started school, and they're kind of trying to get the kids to come out and stuff like this, are having some turmoil, and they ended up forfeiting 6 matches yesterday. So that's tough.
I applaud Coach Ted over there. He's a good friend of mine. We go way back to Corpus Christi days, And he was just setting an example for the team. Some players didn't want to come to practice or come when they go when they please, and he was just setting the tone, for that. They just finished their school, so they just started school 2 days ago on Monday. So it's been it was a little bit tough on the Marshall team, playing through that. But they still came and they still fought and they competed, and their girls did well against our girls too. So I mean, like I said, they had to go through some hoops to get here, but he's making it work.
I know kind of your motto for this group is to fight for every point and all that kind of stuff. Really comes into play this week, Texas High. You just go out there trying to get what you can get.
True. We do have Texas High next Tuesday on the road, and we're going to still keep that same, philosophy of, hey, just fight for every point. It's not, the match, wins or loses, losses on the match. It's, whether you competed during that match. And that's all I'm asking these kids to do this next week. And so I felt like, they've got that finally instilled in their mind that, not to go out there and just lay down, but they are going to fight for these points. So we're looking forward to that match on Tuesday.
We kind of skipped over Saturday. You'll have a non-district match, Pleasant Grove coming in, so if people want to see some good tennis, if you have the air conditioner on like you did yesterday, I'm just kidding. The weather was beautiful. It was a great weather for tennis yesterday, but Pleasant Grove coming in Saturday morning.
We do have Pleasant Grove coming in Saturday morning. We try to kick it off at about 8:30 because they're playing a dual header. They're playing Mount Pleasant in the afternoon, so I know he wants to get this thing started off. So we're going to try to stay on time at 8:30 Saturday morning. I don't know about the air conditioning working Saturday because I know the temperatures are going back up to the 90s the Friday and Saturday. But we'll be prepared, and that's why I wanted the earlier match where I wouldn't have to burn up the kids. So we're still comfortable in the morning. We should be able to, go and fight for our points at that point every, Saturday morning.
Excellent.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.